to do a reading again for the month of November for Henry Cavill, okay, for the situation around his stuff. Okay, I got a new deck of cards, well, a fresh version of the deck I already used, technically. But, anyways, I just, don't be surprised. I did get a brand new deck to mimic the other one I have, because I'm missing a couple cards from that other deck. Alright, so we're going to look at what is going on between Henry Cavill and Amy Denton right now, specifically. So let's look at the current energy. Ah, shit. I'm dropping it, like the whole deck. Hard to grab these. I'm going to throw on my flashlight just in case. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need it. Okay, so I'm just going to turn on the flashlight. I'm not going to show you yet because I'm technically shuffling. Clarify, what is the current energy between Henry Cavill and Amy Denton? Clarify the current energy between Henry Cavill and Amy Denton. Clarify the current energy between Henry Cavill and Amy Denton. What is the current energy between Henry Cavill and Amy Denton? Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so I got the Six of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune so far. King of Wands. See if I can make it quick. Alright. We got the High Priestess, the Page of Cups. Alright. Clarify, what does Henry want to do with Amy Denton, specifically? What is he wanting to do with Amy Denton? Okay, we got Ten of Cups. What does Henry want with Amy Denton? I got a piece of hair in my hand. Okay, we got the Ten of Cups, the Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Justice. Keep losing. These keep sliding everywhere. I might have to read these really quick and then go from there. Okay, so current energy is this part, and then the second. Six of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. It seems like there's a commitment to this connection, right? A long-term goal in mind, working towards it steadily. A Wheel of Fortune, positive fortune or turn of events. A protected, blessed energy. Okay, so working towards aligning something. King of Wands, it says that he is taking action towards he's taking action alongside the High Priestess. around this Page of Cups. So we're going to have to clarify what they're talking about there. Because Page of Cups could be a sweet gesture or like a romantic notion or something being offered. We'll have to ask to clarify that. For the second question, what does Henry want with Amy? It says here, 10 of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, and the Justice. So it looks like he wants everything fair and square. He wants to have this 10 of Cups, so this bigger picture, a family picture, or family unit thing, a happily ever after energy, 2 of Cups, which is a mutual bond, connection, marriage, a divine connection or union. 10 of Pentacles is about legacy. So all he can focus on really is like building his foundation or working on the foundations that he's overwhelmed with. And it's on his mind heavily, basically. He's like, this is what he wants. This is what he's thinking of, what he's got on his mind. He's having trouble being present with other people around him because of this. Like, he wants to have this bigger picture relationship, and that's all he can think of when he's in his downtime, the 4 of Swords. So he does think about this very heavily, and this is showing him reflecting. A 4 of Swords is about like him taking downtime and then like thinking and reflecting on it. And then Justice is about bringing justice or fairness into the situation. So like, and this could also be the legal stuff. He wants to bring the legal justice to this connection. So this is what he's thinking of, and is having trouble like doing other stuff because he's thinking heavily on this. So he does want this bigger picture. He does want this union, happy union, and he does want to bring justice into the situation. So they're just confirming. He wants to make something right. He wants to legalize something. Justice about fairness. Okay, so fair and square is something that he deserves. Okay. Now let's clarify this Page of Cups. I'm not sure what they're trying to tell me with this. Clarify Page of Cups. To know what it means. Clarify Page of Cups. Okay, it has to do with, because we got the 9 of Cups, the 7 of Swords reversed, the Judgment upright, and the Moon reversed. So it's about the gesture. The current energy is the gesture that he's making by removing a deception and putting it on display. So he's actually, the current energy is like him putting on display, removing Natalie's deception, basically. Putting something on blast with the Judgment and the Moon reverse. It's like revealing secrets, what's hidden underneath, okay? And the 9 of Cups is about something that's on display, and it has to do with 7 of Swords reverse. So removing somebody's deception or shady behavior. Obviously, in a way, I have revealed and exposed Natalie's deception. And it seems like the current energy is the gesture. So there is things that Henry is doing. He is taking action alongside me, and the way he's doing that is by giving me news to put on display that removes deception. You see how that came out? Pretty crazy how that just, I wanted to confirm this further. So yeah, he's literally working alongside me doing this. It's fucking hilarious how the cards came out. Yeah, because Natalie's a notorious liar. Fucking girl doesn't know how to stop lying. I made a post the other day on Instagram talking about diabetes. When people just straight up lie for no reason, it's called diabetes, and straight pure fiction. I thought it was hilarious and too real. and then Queen of Wands reverse, the Swords upright. So Queen of Wands reverse over here trying to dictate, control, or somehow direct herself into a calmer energy. She's not things aren't looking too bright or optimistic with the Fool reversed. Clarify how she's trying to move things into a calmer direction. The challenge is 8 of Swords, her illusions, and then the 5 of Swords, so she's being fucked over by her illusions. So, oof. Stuff I already told people would happen to her. 8 of Cups reversed. She can't walk away from this shit. She can't walk away. She can't get away from this bullshit fucking her over, is basically what they're saying. Natalie is unable. She's unable to successfully walk away, leave something behind, and it has to do with her illusions. Her being able to navigate her way out of the illusions or way into a calmer energy. It's all being revealed. All her illusions are basically fucking her over. And she's unable to leave. She's unable to leave it behind. And she's hiding this. The moon upright. It says here that she's keeping it a secret. Or she's attempting to conceal it. The moon upright. She's attempting to keep it quiet. She's attempting to eclipse the fact that she's being fucked over by her illusions. She doesn't want it on display. 9 of Cups reversed. She doesn't want it on display that she's being let go. The Fool reverse. I'm sorry, the Hanged Man reversed. They're literally letting her go. What a nice way to say it. The tarot is telling us that she's being fired. Devil reversed. She can't control or dictate something anymore. She can't defend herself against the King of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands reversed. And then 9 of Swords upright is saying she's actually stressing out. She's actually obsessing over this. She's worried about it. This is a fucking headache for her. She cannot control the King of Pentacles, and then she's unable to defend herself. And it's also saying that she's unable to control Henry, who doesn't have to defend himself anymore, apparently. So she wanted Henry in a defensive mode. She wanted him in a position where he's fighting against others and our people, and the control fucking her over. It says here, or she's attempting to move herself into a calmer direction. Things aren't looking good. The Fool here. What's challenging her? 8 of Swords, her illusions. Getting fucked over. 5 of Swords, getting fucked over by her illusions. These cards came together. And then 8 of Cups came out. 8 of Cups is about her being unable to leave something behind. Unable to walk away from being fucked over by her illusions. And then she's attempting to conceal this, hide it, and not put it on display. 9 of Cups reversed. She's very unhappy. This is somebody that's very, very dissatisfied with what's happened, with the progress of her efforts. All right, it shows here that she's being let go, and that she has no more control or dictation over the King of Pentacles. And then it shows here 7 of Wands reversed. She's unable to defend herself against people accusing her of shit. And then 9 of Swords. So she's in the 9 of Swords right now, actually. Stressing out. This woman's stressing out over her situation she's stuck in right now. That's what you get for fucking lying. Faking pregnancies, using children that aren't yours to continue your fallacy, and for the sake of controlling Henry. It's freaking hilarious. Yeah, she's been denied by the courts. There's no more dispute, arguments here. She's getting some news here. Something that's alarming. It could be alarming news or something of a wake-up call, and it says that she's being denied by the courts. So whatever she was trying to legally dispute, she's being declined. and denied for. She's no longer to debate or argue anymore. And this is the message, the news that she's getting, which is going to catch her off guard. She'll be caught off guard by that. And it's not going to be a secret either. The Hermit reversed. Her world flips, which is good. Good fortune. Good job. Universe is like, nah, bitch, we're flipping your world upside down. This is the universe's will. This is the will of the fates. Literally. Wheel of fortune. Will of the fates. Okay? The world upside down and the Hermit reverse. So it's not a secret that her world's being flipped upside down. And it is the balance of things affecting her. The balance of the fates cracking down on her. Karma. Also, let's look at what's happening with Henry, with his situation. What is he doing right now? And some people want to know. And I'm using the cards. Okay. What does Henry Cavill do? What is going on with his situation, technically? Six of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles. So somebody may be about to invest into paying him compensation for something here. He may actually get compensation. There's something's being decided financially. It says Page of Pentacles is like somebody that's trying to decide what amount to pay. And then Six of Pentacles is probably the generosity. Somebody dropping coins into the hands. So it may have to do with Henry getting payouts. Because it was a misfortune. This Eight of Swords getting stuck by his own PR. The PR fraud that Natalie committed. He got screwed over by it. It was a misfortune. I say Wheel of Fortune reversed, Eight of Swords upright. So it was illusions that it caused him a great misfortune. And he had no choice but to go along with whatever happened here financially. It literally says there's some money that's being decided on what he's going to be owed as compensation. It was a misfortune to be stuck by these illusions. So I think somebody's going to be paying Henry money for in the form of compensation for having to go along with some shit. And they did show, they're showing here the child is a deception, the Sun and the Seven of Swords. So it had to do with schemes around a child. So that's not always energy. Seven of Swords. Obviously she schemed and used a child to do this, to pull it off. And it shows here she did this because she was disappointed. She was boo-hooing, upset, and operating from Queen of Reverse, a vindictive, manipulative little bitch. Somebody that's emotionally unstable, unhinged, because Henry in the past was indifferent to her. It literally spells it out for you. It literally says she committed this scheme, this grand scheme around this child because she was upset and acting out because Henry was indifferent to her emotionally. He was not interested in whatever she offered. Nothing changed for her. There was no changes. Henry didn't suddenly decide to make her a real girlfriend. So she was doing this all because Henry was not interested in her romantically. So she schemed to do this child thing. So this is what happened. And that is the truth. That is literally what happened. She screwed him over using a PR contract because she was insecure about Henry not being romantically into her. That is pretty embarrassing. Like, you went and did all this shit, this grand scheme, because you're an insecure woman. And now you're paying for it. Now you're paying for it. You're going to be paying money and humiliation and karma for the crime you've committed. Money's going to be paid to Henry as compensation for having to be forced to go along with it. And then Natalie gets to reap a full harvest of embarrassment and her illusions crashing down on her. And then she's unable to leave it behind. She's unable to walk away and have a new clean slate with a new identity. But people will forever know her as the woman that tried to screw over Henry using a fake pregnancy and a fucking child that wasn't hers. And tried to pin it on Henry in the media because she's an insecure woman and because Henry wasn't interested in her romantically. No. You're gonna have to wait a minute, little baby. Let's see. So how is Henry feeling about Amy Denton? Let's ask that question. What does he do? How does Henry feel about Amy Denton right now? Romantically, if any. We're just doing this as an objective point of view, not because I don't know how he feels. Because, objectivity is important when you do tarot. Clarify, how does Henry feel about Amy Denton romantically? If any. Two of Swords reversed. The Judgment and the Six of Cups. Can you stop meowing? Stop it. Okay, we got the Two of Swords reversed, the Judgment, Six of Cups, the Empress. The little baby wants attention. I'm a baby. Meh. You're so cute. Six of Pentacles. How is Henry feeling towards Amy Denton right now? Romantically. How is Henry Cavill feeling towards Amy Denton romantically right now? I'm busy. They grumble at me. Oh my god. Stop! Quit being a whiny baby. You need to stop being a whiny baby. Oh. You're okay, baby. You're okay. I'll get you some wet food in a second, okay? Probably want some more food. I might have to cut it short. I don't want her crying like that. Makes me sad. I'm such a sucker for these little babies. Oh my gosh. Okay. Two of Swords reverse. It says that Henry is not guarding me. He's not feeling defensive with me. And it also says it is awakening. This connection awakens him. Six of Cups with the Judgment. It gives him information or enlightenment or the judgment could just be news, updates, or broadcast communications, phone calls, text, or just messages. So I definitely feel he definitely feels like some kind of divine intervention is going on, and the Six of Cups is like the sweet, innocent bond here, the connection of souls, and then Empress. So, he does feel the connection to me, and he does see me as his divine feminine, his Empress, and there's dropping of hints, the Six of Pentacles, of generosity, or he may see me as divine intervention in a way that I'm like being generous to helping him when he needed it. So he may feel like it's a divine thing with me. Romantically, he does feel like I'm a wife or a home or a center, the feminine that he finds comfort in. The Empress is the female counterpart, the female the main female, like familiar sexual partner. Um, she's the mother. She's the wife. She's a nurturer. So he does feel nurtured and comforted by this connection, and he does feel like the divine intervention is what's brought this about. And he does feel like I am helping and aiding him when he needed it the most. So that's the connection, or how he's feeling towards me romantically. He may feel that I'm kind or generous as well. So there's that. Anyways, I'm going to cut it short so I can feed my kittens. These are little babies. Oh, I want to show you guys what I bought today. So, went to a store, and they have these, like, it's like a little bundle of tarot cards, right? And, it's mystery tarot cards. So it's 3 different cards from a regular deck, and it was like a mix, like a mystery box, like a mix of these little packets. Think of like packets of Pokemon cards. You don't know exactly what cards you're gonna get. So I picked one, and this is the one that I felt was sticking to my hand. So I decided, okay, that's the one I want. I'm gonna show you the cards I got. And it was like this exactly. When I opened it, past, present, future. We're not gonna look at this. I mean, this is kind of why there's 3 cards here. These 3 cards are energies that are present or in my reality some way. It's funny how this synchronicity lined up with me purchasing this mystery packet of cards. Literally, it was just 3 cards of the original deck, and it's all like, it could be any number of the 78 cards, and I decided to buy this one. And this is the one that had these 3 cards in it. It shows here the Emperor, the 4 Wands, and the Page of Wands. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the 4 Wands. Emperor is husband. 4 Wands is marriage. And then Page of Wands, opportunities. Something spontaneous. Opportunistic. Something that happens suddenly or quickly. Isn't it freaking crazy? Obviously, I would see Henry as Emperor or King of Pentacles or King of Swords in the tarot. Or King of Wands. Sometimes he comes out as King of Wands. And it shows here 4 Wands, like the marriage, success. I know for a fact Henry wants to get married to me. He's said it multiple times. He wants me to be his little housewife. And I think that's going to lead to some opportunity or some kind of... Or it could just be like something happening suddenly or quickly. I really don't look at it as opportunity because I don't really see it that way. Like, to me, it's not opportunity. It's something that is aligned to me. Something that's meant to enhance my life or expand my future, but I don't really see it as like a opportunity for money or like a job or something like that. It's not like that to me. But here it shows like success and a wedding with the Emperor, and then Page of Wands. It may happen quickly or unexpectedly. So I just find that hilarious how I got these 3 cards out of a mystery batch. Talk about synchronicity. Yeah, this is the one. I originally was going to pink or the purple packet, and I didn't know what cards were in those either. But I was sticking to my hand. I'm like, okay, this green one wants to stick to my hand. I'm buying it. So that's what I did. And then I opened it in the car, and I'm like, yep, makes sense to me. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I will do more reading soon. Thanks.